All right. I'm so excited to introduce our community today to Anthony Cudjo. There's a story with this last name, so don't let me forget to ask you, Anthony. But
Okay.
over 37 years of experience in human optimization. We keep hearing this word, optimization. Anthony has helped thousands of clients, including top executives, athletes, entrepreneurs, achieve breakthroughs in their personal and professional lives, and so much more. But let's start with that and just welcome.
The beautiful Lindsey House. Thank you so much for allowing me to come on your show and providing a platform for me to serve humanity. That's what I'm here for, just to
Mm,
serve. And I will tell you guys this because I know you're getting ready to listen to some information that's going to blow your mind. I have a job here today, and so do you as listeners. My job here today is to tell you the truth. Your job here today is to make a decision. That's all. I'm going to tell you the truth based off of my 37 years of experience working with thousands of people across this great nation of ours. I'm going to tell you the laws that I have identified that actually govern everything, your life, your body, your creations, everything. And these are maybe laws that you are just not aware of. So hopefully you'll listen with an open heart and open mind. And all of this stuff I'm going to tell you, it's going to resonate in your soul, but you're going to be afraid of it. I know it. Why? Because society hasn't told you this, because society is trying to control you. I'm telling you this because I want you to be free. I want you to be completely free in who you are, completely free in your creations, and completely free to live the life that you desire and the life that you deserve.
I mean, that's the start. I feel like I'm going to feel so shallow asking you to go back to the last name piece. We're going to start with a little bit of fun. And then, as you can tell, listeners, we're about to take a real deep dive today in into this human optimization piece and into this mastery that Anthony, I feel like you have really honed in on. So before we get started though, why Cujo?
I don't know why, Lindsay. They just called me that. No, no. So here we go. I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of what I've become. So I'm just going to tell you straight up. I'm a 60-year-old man. I was born 1965. I incarnated into this physical body at 2 a.m. Okay. So here we are. I'm playing football. I come from a long line of football players. My father played, his brothers played, my uncles, everyone played football, but no one made it to the NFL for whatever reason. So, of course, all the chips were on my table now. Everybody was like, you got to make it to the NFL. So I was playing football and I was playing just as aggressive as I could. And the reason why was a lot of people didn't even understand, Lindsay, where that aggression came from. That aggression came from me being an abused child. So here I am, abused in my own home with this power of anger and strength inside of me. And so I went to go play football. Why? Because football was a very physical sport and I could actually hit people without getting in trouble. Or people could hit me as well. So,
Yeah.
it was really weird, man. I started playing football in my ninth grade. The ninth grade, I believe it was a state championship game we were playing. And one of the commentators had talked about how aggressive I was as a fullback. Most running backs are running away from their tacklers. I used to run straight at them, and it scared them. So I'd run straight at him as I'd dare him to try to knock me over, man. And I had the reputation, not one person's going to tackle Tony. It's going to take three or four guys, and that's exactly what it did. So I ended up playing football at a very aggressive level, and one of the commentators ended up calling me Kujo because at that time Stephen King's movie was out, and everybody was talking about this scary movie called Kujo. And so this commentator called me Kujo, and it just stuck. And once people started calling me that, they started changing the way they treated me. So I
Amazing.
found it to be, it was a blessing, not a cursing, to be honest with
Right.
you.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't understand it was since ninth grade. Like, that's crazy that that stuck so long. Your real last name is Cudjo, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Real last name is
Yes.
pronounced Cudjo. Yep.
Okay. I do like Cujo. It's good. We'll stick with that for today. And I just want to say this for our ladies listening, because they're going to love this so much. When you and I were talking off mic, and I just was feeling like, oh, you're going to be so wonderful about pouring all of your wisdom over our ladies and serving. And then you had a comeback.
Here's the deal. At the end of the day, I understand the law of leadership. There's a lot of our leaders do not. And you can look at our current condition in our country right now, and you'll see a lot of leaders are not leading with love. That's the first law of leadership. You must lead with love. You must lead with love. You must lead with patience, non-judgment. All these things have to be in place in order for you really to be a powerful leader. So any community that I come to, any human being that I come to, my job is to love you. My job is to lift you, and my job is to learn with you. That's what I'm here for, to love you, lift you, and learn with you. Not to control you, but to empower you. That's what it's all about. You see, because if I make you powerful, it does not make me less powerful. It actually makes me more powerful. I like to use the analogy and the example of a candle. Okay, so here you have two candles, Lindsey. One's not lit and the other is lit. Do you notice what happens when that one lit candle touches that non-lit candle? They both light up. And not only that, the flame gets bigger. Have you noticed that? And then
Oh
when you
yeah.
take that one candle away and you separate those two candles, both of them have a flame. And
Hmm.
both of them, the flame is the same height. There's not one higher than the other. So at the end of the day, man, this is what this is all about. We're supposed to be the light to other people. We're supposed to be lighting other people up so that they can see how great that they are. That's what it's about. Because when you show another human being how great they are, guess what? You become great as well.
I love that. Even as coaches, maybe if you need to borrow my belief system until you can build your own. And I feel like this is kind of what you're honing in on is just I believe this strongly on you. I'm going to shine my light over you until you can have your own light and you can go shine it on somebody else. And I love the ripple effect of that as well.
Now
Hmm.
we're gonna graduate hopefully within this conversation, which I know it's going to be a shorter one. But within this conversation, my goal is to graduate you out of belief to knowing. Knowing is much more powerful than belief. Belief itself sometimes will birth anxiety, fear, and doubt. What do I mean by that? If you have a certain belief that something's going to show up at a certain time, you're going to have a little bit of anxiety about it. Is it going to show up? Is it really going to happen? Am I worthy? All these different things start to pop in your mind that will actually weaken your belief, if you will. But when you get to the place of knowing, when you just know, you see, I do know this to be sure. The sun's going to rise tomorrow, no matter what kind of day I have today. I don't believe it. I know it.
Hmm.
I know it. I know the sun's rising up tomorrow, no matter if I had a great day today or if I had a bad day today, the sun is going to rise. And I know that. And I take full confidence in that. Why? Because I get another chance the very next day. So at the end of the day, I want you to know who you are. Because when you know who you are, you will not allow anyone else to tell you who you are. And see, it's unfortunate when you deal with the female population. Again, we talked off mic. I've got an extensive background in working with women. I worked with women for over 10 years. I was in 14 different cities every single month with ABC and Women's Fitness Magazine. My job was to go out and get women healthy and teach them how to become healthy, even with hormonal decline and some of the other issues that women deal with that men don't really have to deal with because we have two different types of physical bodies. There are some common denominators in our health and in our bodies, but we're very unique within ourselves. So me being able to talk to women and listen to them and see what was going on in their lives, I came to the conscious conclusion and the understanding of how to really transform a physical body of a woman because it's very unique. And there's a lot of things that are attached to that. And we're going to talk about that today.
Right. And I feel like I'm not trying to guide this because you're doing a beautiful job. That I want to start with the emotional component. Like you've worked with women for a really long time, and do you think their brains get in the way more than their physical limitations?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We all get in the way of everything. You only have one problem, ladies. Listen to me now. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to tell you the truth, and your job is to make a decision. You only have one problem in your life, wherever that it may be. It may be in your physical body, it may be in your finances, it may be in your relationships. Okay? You only have one problem, and it's your beliefs. Let's let them marinate on that for a second.
Hmm.
It's your beliefs. See, your beliefs create everything. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to show you the power you have as a woman, but I'm also going to show you the power you have as a human being because this does apply to every single human. You know, you talked about that word optimization, Lindsey, and you said that's starting to become a very popular word.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand what I do yet. It is by the divine nature of the Almighty that I'm here now. But I've been in the trenches for 37 and a half, almost 38 years. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Every single human being, not every single one, but most of us have a cell phone in our hands, right?
Hmm.
Most of us have flat screen TVs in our homes. Most of us have a car parked in the driveway. And now they are creating what's called smart homes, where the homes just kind of, they're smart. They do whatever, you know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing. But with each one of those electronical devices, you've got an instruction manual that was given to you. Yeah. That instruction manual was created to optimize that device. So let's just use cell phones because I know more people have cell phones than cars, homes, or flat screen TVs. I'll use myself as an example. When I got my iPhone, I came from an Android to an iPhone. I had to get an iPhone because of the business and things I was doing, and the network that I was using was only specifically for Apple. So I had to purchase an iPhone to be able to harmonize with that network. So I got my iPhone and I got this instruction manual, which showed me how to troubleshoot that phone if something would happen. It showed me how to optimize that phone and use every single aspect of that phone to maximize and optimize that electronical device. They also gave me an 800 number and a manufacturer if I could not figure it out through the instruction manual and it was something harder or deeper for me to deal with. I had some options. I could call an 800 number and talk to a representative, or I could actually go straight to Verizon and talk to someone there with my phone, or I could reach out to the manufacturer directly and say, hey, this is the problems I'm having with the phone. Can you help me out? Okay. Now, let me ask you a question, Lindsey, because I know it didn't happen to me. It may have happened to you. When I entered my body October 18th, 1965 at 2 a.m., my parents, the doctors, the nurses, they never handed me an instruction manual and said, Tony, welcome to Earth, buddy. Welcome to Earth. Oh, by the way, this is your physical body that you have to live with for the rest of your life. This is your tool of creation. I want to teach you how to use this so you can optimize your health, optimize your life, optimize your finances, optimize your relationships, because it's all inside of you. Let me show you how to tap into your DNA and create the life that you desire and you deserve. No one ever talked to me about that. I had to bump through the night. I had to fall down a bunch of times. I had to do a lot of things that were wrong to find out what was right. So I had to go through a process to actually get to this place, and it took me 37 and a half years. So at the end of the day, I know the law that maximizes your body. I know the laws that maximize your efforts and your creations, the things that you're creating in your life. And at the end of the day, you are a manifester by design. So you don't need to go find books to learn how to manifest things. You're already a manifester. My question is, are you a conscious manifester?
That's good.
That's my question. You're either unconscious in your manifestations or you're conscious in your manifestations. The ones that I find that are unconscious are the ones that are having tremendous amounts of trouble in their lives. Financial trouble, relationship trouble, career trouble, health trouble. You're not creating consciously. That's why you're in trouble. When you become a conscious creator, then your life becomes joyful and peaceful and loving. Most people just don't know how to do it.
Agreed. And give a couple real examples on both ends of unconscious manifesting, conscious manifesting.
I will give an example that most human beings do without thinking about it. And let me show you how they do this with society. And I'm going to use health and wellness because that's my strength. That's where I come from. Have you noticed when you turn the TV on, what do they say? It's flu season. Okay, so they've given you a message. It's flu season. Now you can choose to believe that and do everything they told you to do. Go out and get your vaccinations and be afraid that talk to people or walk around and you're going to get the flu. So guess what? You are unconsciously creating the environment for that flu to manifest. Have you ever said to yourself, I think I am getting sick? 9 out of 10 times, you're going to manifest sickness in your body. See, that's an unconscious person. That's someone that's speaking out and not knowing how powerful their words are. And then you have this other person that's conscious. It's flu season. Well, not for me. No, it's not flu season for me. I live my life in a healthy way. I'm a healthy individual. See, that's a conscious person. I'm not going to live my life in fear. That's a conscious person. I'm a creator of my body. I'm a creator of my life. That's a conscious person. That person speaks well over their body, over their life, over their finances, over everything that they are. That's a conscious person. Why? Because when you're conscious, you speak in a totally different way because you know that words are creative.
Love
And
this.
I find
Yes.
so many people, Lindsey, speaking against themselves, minimizing themselves, berating themselves, judging themselves. These are all actions and all energies that will keep you small.
Yeah, I can, our listeners are like, yeah, me. I literally have that angel devil on my shoulder, and the second that I start to get picked up, I'm quick to pull myself right back down. Is a common, often conversation that we're having. And I can see like a regular human being sitting across from you going, I hear what you're saying, and then still maybe not understanding how to change it, how to put the emphasis and the passion behind it that you can provide us today. It's so when like a you is in front of us going, this is so important. It's motivating for the second, and then they exit and go back out into their real life and go straight back to habits, right?
I get that a lot. I have a lot of clients that have done that. They don't do that anymore. Well, here's the deal. My truth will never be your truth until you discover it to be your truth.
Mhm.
And you're never going to discover it to be your truth until you take action on it. See, I can sit here and say a lot of eloquent words that lift and motivate and inspire, but you're only going to be lifted, motivated, and inspired for about 72 hours, and then you're going to lose that energy.
Yes.
Unless you take action on it. You have to take action in order to own it.
Yes.
Now,
Which would look like
emotion,
what for you? Like when you say go take action on this self-talk, on this belief system.
I've got a system that works 99.9% of the time. And the reason why, like I said, Lindsey, this is not my opinion. This is the law. You see, I live in Houston, Texas, and there's a highway called Interstate 45. There's a certain speed limit on that highway. If it's 65, and it does change from time to time depending where you are on 45. But if I'll just set my speed control, my cruise control to 65, I can relax and know that the cops are never going to pull me over. I'm probably going to get there safe and happy. I'm following the law. It has nothing to do with my opinion. You see, I could be going about 200 miles an hour, 160 miles, and the cop pull me over and I say, hey man, you know what? 65, my opinion is this, it should be faster. I just don't believe in the law. You're going to get a ticket. So this is not my opinion. This is the law. Let's talk about emotions. Now, this is what I have found, Lindsey, for 99% of the women that I've dealt with that have a weight problem. Okay? This is connected, guys. My job is to tell you the truth. Your job is to make a decision. Obesity or having a weight problem is an emotional issue that has manifested in your biology. That's all. The emotional toxins, the emotional dysfunction, the emotional judgment, the negative emotional energies that you're holding on to has caused your body to respond to that. And it's responding through obesity. Why? Because fat is where toxins are stored. Physical toxins, emotional toxins, biological toxins are stored in your fat. So you are actually motivating your body to create more fat when you hold those emotional dysfunction, those emotional toxins. So how do you get rid of that, Tony? Well, I've only found one thing. I've only found one thing that works, and it lines up with your biological law, and that's exercise. Exercise changes your internal conversation. Everything you're doing is based off of your internal conversation. Take a look at it. The way you're talking to yourself when no one's around, when it's just you and you, when you're walking in the park and no one's listening to you. What are you saying to yourself, man? What are you saying about your life? What are you saying about your health? What are you saying about your children? What are you saying? Because I promise you, this is the truth and this is the law. Seek and ye shall find. Whatever you're looking for, you're going to find it. You're looking for bad things in your kids, they're going to manifest those bad things. You're going to see it. You're looking for bad things in your spouse, guess what? They're going to show it. You're going to see that. You're looking for bad things at work, it's going to happen. Why? Because what you seek, you shall find. That's good news. Because the flip side of that law is if you seek consciously, Lindsay, if I'm looking for the best in you, I'm looking for the best to come out of you, I want the best for you, guess what? I'm going to get the best version of Lindsay. Somebody else may not. Somebody else may get the other version, but I'm going
Yeah.
to get the best version of Lindsay. Why?
Mm.
Because I am sowing that energy seed inside of you, and it has no choice but to manifest.
So good. Yes. Seek and find, man. This is so good. And I love that it starts with exercise for you because you feel like people who move, who can really get into their body and understand, like, grow a different appreciation of their body. And I know that you come from an exercise background. It all makes sense to me, but do you find that across all platforms? Like, even if you're talking entrepreneurship with somebody or if you're talking relationships, you still go back to exercise.
Oh, listen, sweetheart, let me tell you something. I have some non-negotiables. I don't sit here and play games with nobody. Why? Because the world is playing games with you, and I'm not going to do it. I know the law, okay? The law on 45 is 65 miles an hour, not 75. So at the end of the day, here's what I do know to be true. If you move your body, it's in line with the law of your body because everything in your biology is moving. We're sitting here right now, Lindsay, looking at each other on a computer screen and talking on a microphone, but everything in your body is moving, everything in my body is moving, and everything in the universe moves. Nothing stands still. Even the inanimate objects are moving. If you have a microscope strong enough and you can look at it at a molecular level, you're going to see that everything in that chair, that table, that car, that tree, or whatever you think is inanimate, you're going to find that it's moving around as well. So the law of life is movement. That's why when you move, you feel better. When you don't move, you don't feel better. That's why when you move, you become healthier. When you don't move, you become unhealthy. See, this is the law, not my opinion. And not only that, let me give you a little example. Lindsay, let's just say you were my daughter and you turned 18. And I said, hey, Lindsay, here's the keys to your new BMW. You're going to be super excited. Oh my God, I got a BMW. I'm 18 years old. My daddy bought it for me. Wow. But here's the second part of that story, Lindsay. This BMW, you're going to have to keep it for the rest of your life. You can't get a different car. This is your car until you die.
Mm.
I promise you, Lindsay, you're going to make sure that the tire pressure on that car is correct. You're going to do oil changes the way that it's scheduled. You're going to keep gas in that car. You're probably going to keep it cleaner than you would if you were going to give it away. So you're going to take better care of that vehicle because now you know that that vehicle is yours for the rest of your life. So I'm telling you right now, your body is your vehicle. Your body is your tool. And when you move, you actually increase the vibration and the frequency of your own being. You become more magnetic. You are already magnetic by the way you were designed. So that's good news too. Quit chasing stuff.
Yes.
Do you ever see a magnet chase anything?
No.
I haven't. A magnet just sits there and stuff comes to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
You're a
good.
magnet. Look at your life. The things you like have come to you, and the things you don't like have come to you as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So good. So I feel like we're kind of accidentally going through your system of design. This whole seek and you shall find, kind of like identify and eliminate some of these roadblocks is one of your first steps, right? So if somebody's going from this weight management, I'm just wanting to get the body healthier, like we do have to identify in the first place what's blocking us from getting there.
Absolutely. The key to transformation is ownership.
Hmm.
One of the things I learned at the Landmark Forum, you see, as I was telling you, I went through a lot of abuse as a child. And I thought, to be honest with you, Lindsay, my life was looking good. I was feeling successful. Things were great. I thought I had dealt with those issues. And I went to Landmark Forum and realized that all I did was put it in a nice little pretty box. I put it up on the shelf and I hid it behind some shoes so no one could see it. And I just kept it moving. But yet it was still affecting me at a very, very deep cellular level. So I went to the Landmark Forum and let me tell you what they do to you. They will paint you in a corner and you'll stay there until you take ownership for every aspect of your life, even
Mm.
the abuse. So you say to yourself, how did you take ownership for abuse when you were 5 years old?
Yeah.
That's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want me to tell you what I discovered?
Yeah.
You see, at the end of the day, I am a spiritual being having a physical experience on a physical planet for a short amount of time. That's what I'm here for. I'm enjoying my life and creating physical things on a physical planet in a physical world until it's time for me to transform out of this physical body back into the spirit. That's what we're all here for. That's the law of your being, right? So at the end of the day, if you'll accept that and realize that you had a choice. Now, here's the thing. I had to come to this understanding and conclusion. And when I did, it freed me up. My God, I can't even explain to you, Lindsey, how it freed me emotionally. I mean, I broke down in that room in front of everybody. I couldn't even stand up. That's how it broke
Mhm.
through me. But at the end of the day, here's the deal. I chose to come to planet Earth. I chose to be a black man. I chose my mother and father to be my parents. I chose the abuse that I went through and all the trials and tribulations that happened in my life. Why? Because it constructed me in a certain manner to give me empathy and understanding to be able to help the clients that I work with. You see, I understand abuse. I lived it. I understand being unhealthy. I've helped a ton of people through their process. I understand what it feels like to be broke. I was broke at one time. So all these things I went through in my own life, I had to go through them to understand them, to be able to have empathy. And I do remember this. Within my spirit, as I was going through all those trials and tribulations, all I could hear whispering inside of my spirit was this: pay attention to the common denominator, for the common denominator is the truth. The
Wow.
common denominator is the truth. I was like, wow. So when I started developing my spirit and getting in contact with who I really am, because life just got to a place where I was not attracted to anything. I wasn't attracted to women, money, cars, status, or anything. I just had enough. I was like, man, if this is life, I'm done. And I
Mhm.
got to that place to where I was broken at that level. And I started to understand some things that I am a spiritual being having a physical experience on this planet. I do create my life and my existence. I don't control anything, but I influence everything. Let me say that again. You do not control anything, not even your children. God don't even control you. The creator who created it all does not even control you. Think about that. But God surely can influence you if you allow it to happen. He influenced me, changed my life completely. And you'll find that you get to influence everything in your life too. Your finances, your career, your children, your community, yourself. You get to influence all those things. And here's the way you do it. This is the common law of every human on this planet, male or female, black or white, short or tall, rich or poor, don't matter. This is the law of who we are. And this is how you create everything. I want you just to listen and I want you to observe if I'm telling the truth or not for your life. You create everything in your life through thought, word, and deed. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Every human being was created this way. I'm going to use myself as an example. My dad seen my mom in high school. He thought she was pretty. He was like, man, I want to talk to Julia. I don't know how long that went on inside of his mind, but he thought about it and then he started speaking about it internally to himself. I promise you, every creation that you have, it happened this way because it's the law. So he's seen my mother. He liked what he's seen. I don't know if he talked to her or not. I'm sure he did. And eventually he started talking to himself. I need to ask her out on a date. I would really like to be her boyfriend. Wow, she's a beautiful woman. So he started having these internal conversations. I don't know if that internal conversation ever manifested into an external conversation where he was talking to some of his buddies or some of his friends or some of my mother's friends so he could get closer to her. But I do know he was successful because I'm here. Okay, so after he thought about it and spoke about it, the next thing he did is he took action. He asked her out on a date. They spent more time together. And next thing you know, they became intimate with each other. And my oldest sister, she manifested through that intimacy, taking action. Then they did it again. My second sister came. Then they did it again, right? I came. Then they did it again. Then my younger sister came. So guess what? That is an example of mastery. Frequency and consistency equals mastery. And anything you're trying to master, if you'll be frequent and consistent about it, you're going to
Hmm.
master it. You know, you're going to master it, especially when it comes to your health.
Yes.
And the first thing I
Yes.
would tell you to do, ladies, I'm telling you, you think I'm joking. I'm going to show you how powerful you are as a woman. And I'm also going to show you how powerful you are as a human being. So I'm going to challenge you to do something. Whatever you weigh, whatever that scale tells you, just get on the scale. And I want you to get a clean sheet of paper, white sheet of paper. Now, let me tell you why I'm asking you to get a white sheet of paper, because a white sheet of paper actually, it reflects the moment of now. That's all you're living in. You're not living in the past. You're not living in the future, because you know what? They truly do not exist. You only have the moment of now. And now always shows up as a clean slate. Why? Because you get to choose what you're going to do with the moment of now. So here
Mm.
you are, you've got a white sheet of paper. I want you to get a black marker, a black permanent marker. If you got a Sharpie, that'll work even better. I want you to write your current weight down. This is if you're trying to lose weight or if you're trying to gain weight. It don't matter. It's your choice. But write down your current weight. Okay? Now, I don't want you to get in an argument. I just want you to see how powerful you are, and we will build on this. So I want you to write your weight down. So let's just say, an example, you weigh 130 pounds. Okay? And you want to weigh 110 pounds. So that means you've got 20 pounds you'd like to reduce. You'd like to reduce your body weight by 20 pounds. So what you're going to do is on that paper, you're going to write your current weight of 130 pounds. And then you're going to write, thank you that I am 125 pounds. That's just 5 pounds. It's not the whole 20. It's 5, just to show you how powerful you are. And then you can just build on this. So you're going to write down that I'm 125 pounds. And then under that, you're going to write a line, just a straight line across the paper. And under that straight line, you're going to write, thank you. Then you're going to take that piece of paper and you're going to put it on your mirror in your bathroom. Let me tell you why. You don't understand how powerful you are as a human being. When you wake up, the first 5 minutes of you waking up, you are creating the energy magnification and the energy that's coming to your life for that day. Most people wake up angry. Most people wake up with anxiety. Most people wake up with doubt, fear, right? Judgment. And then your day is going to unfold that way by law. So what I want you to do is I want you just to wake up, and most people go in the bathroom the first thing in the morning. So I want you to wake up and I want you to look on your mirror, and all I want you to do is say, I'm 125 pounds. Thank you. And that's it. Don't add anything else to it. I can't lose weight. I don't think I'm going to be able to do, because guess what? There's your belief. There are your words that are going to create. See, your words create. Death and life is through the power of the tongue. You speak blessings or cursings over your life. That's the way it works. So when you say, I can't lose weight, guess what? Your biology will support you in that.
Mm. I know. I kind of want to take this out of a I'm a little bit of a scale smashing dietitian because I do think that number holds a lot of power over women. And we could take this blank sheet of paper example though, and let's just say it in a different stance too, of something else within health. Like what's something else that you've helped somebody be like, just here's your new belief system. Thank you.
Well, the new belief system is like, reprogramming yourself. So through
Hmm.
consistency and frequency, you will reprogram yourself. Saying it once a week, twice a week is not going to reprogram you. Why? Because you're talking negatively to yourself all day. So you've got to start talking positively to yourself all day to reprogram yourself and also to reprogram your beliefs. So it don't
Right.
matter if you're trying to get a job, do the same thing, but just don't put a scale number up there. Identify the job you want specifically and just say thank you. All you have to do is say thank you, and the universe hears that, and the universe will do the rest. Remember, you
Mm.
can't control anything, but you can influence everything. And
Right. So
thank
even if you're
you,
trying to work on internal self-language, that I'm kind to myself today. Thank you. You don't have to
absolutely.
believe it yet. Hmm.
And exercise will help you believe it. It will
Hmm.
actually accelerate your belief in yourself.
Yeah.
Exercise itself will naturally change the internal conversation. You'll start choosing thoughts that support you. You'll start speaking words that are supportive to what you're trying to create. It just happens naturally. That's why I said not working out is a deal breaker for me. If you come to me and say, Tony, I'm not going to exercise, I say, well, then I'm not your coach. That's
Not for
like you
you.
telling me you're going to build a house by starting with the roof.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, nope. Won't
It
work
doesn't make
that way.
sense. You got to build a strong foundation before you put the walls up. And you got to make sure those walls are strong before you put the roof up. That's the way you build. And that's the way you build your life too. You've got to restructure the foundation. Make sure
So
there's
good.
no cracks. Make sure it's solid. Then you can start building a solid life upon that.
Yes. Oh, for everyone going, I need more. I would like binge on your podcast or binge on where are the best ways to find you?
You can find me at urh3o.com because you are H3O. H3O stands for Human Optimization 3.0. I'm going to show you all 3 points of your power. You are spirit, mind, and body. There's 3, right? You create everything thought, word, deed. There's another 3. Inside of your cells, you have something which is called a proton, neutron, and an electron. There's 3. And I know a lot of you have heard this before as a spirit. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Have you heard that? There's
Mm-hmm.
3. 3 is a powerful number and it's inside of you. So I want to teach you how to tap into that power so that you can start self-creating your life the way you desire and quit struggling. See, God did not create you to struggle. You didn't come to this planet to struggle from the beginning of your life to the end of your life. No, that's not the plan. That's society's plan for you, but that's not God's plan for you. And you can choose society's plan if you want. You can choose anything you want. I used to do society's plan for about 30 years, and I woke up and said, I don't want a job. I don't want anyone telling me when to come to work and when not to come to work. I don't want anyone being able to dictate where I live, what kind of car I drive, and what type of vacation I can take. So I decided to be an entrepreneur. Did I know what I was doing? Absolutely not. Did I have a desire to do it? Absolutely, I did. I just kept going. Consistency and frequency equals mastery. So I ended up having a lot of businesses, sold some companies, and doing very well now because I believed that I could, and now I know that I can.
Right. Oh, so many good nuggets. I'm going to highlight them in our show notes as well as probably throw them in for a little introductory. But I know there's always like something I haven't asked a guest yet, and I have a feeling there's something like that with you where it's just like, what's your one thing you're like, if somebody could take one extra nugget away today, if that's all they heard, what would that look like?
Oh, you better sit down and
I
strap in.
knew it'd be
Hey,
good.
it took me 25 years to finally believe this. Are you ready, Lindsay?
I think so. We'll see.
I'm going to say this super slow because it'll scare a lot of people. It scared the crap out of me when I first came to understand this. You are God in disguise.
Hmm.
You are God in disguise. This has nothing to do with religion. Let me tell you something. There's 2 words I need you to embrace in order for you to get to the level of life that you desire and to understand what's really going on here. You see, God is all things. God is everything. Look at those 2 words, Lindsay. There's nothing left out there. All things, everything.
Hmm.
You are God in disguise. You are all things, and you have access to everything if you'll choose to walk in that power. I will show you how to do it. It's a wonderful thing, but it's step by step to get you there because my goal is to get you educated, motivated, and empowered. Empowered means you don't need me no more. You see,
Hmm.
when you become empowered, guess what? I'm going to just tell you the truth, Lindsay. No disrespect. I don't need a doctor. I heal myself. I don't need a financial guru. I make money when I need money and how I make money. I mean, it's just money is energy. Everything is energy. And I understand my health is energy. I understand my words are energy. I understand my thoughts are energy and my finances are energy. And when you learn how to manipulate energy and control energy, and that's what you're down here to learn, to be honest with you, that's the ultimate learn is how do I manifest things by controlling energy? You are an energy being. So when you understand that, oh man, you're going to be able to do all the things that you desire to do, and you're going to see a wonderful life. See, God told you there was heaven on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's
Mm-hmm.
here. Heaven is on earth, but so is hell. So people ask me, Tony, why? Because you get a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You want to live a life that's divine, that's heaven. You want to live a life that's challenging, tough, trials and tribulations, pass and fail, that's hell. I choose not to live in hell. I choose to live in heaven.
That's so good. Thank you, Tony. My goodness. Thank you for your time and lifting our community up. I know you're doing that and just so good. I appreciate you. Thank
There's
you.
one little thing I want to share that just came to my soul. There's a lady out there that's listening right now. I want to tell you, women that think that you have a problem conceiving a child. I'm just going to tell you to reach out to me, urh30.com, and we can have a private conversation. If they haven't took your uterus and they haven't took your organs out and you still have all your working operational parts, you better call me, man. I'm going to show you how to get pregnant. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why you haven't been getting pregnant and what the challenge has been. And I promise you, it's your emotions. I
Hmm.
promise you, it's your belief. And when we can get those beliefs and that emotion working synergistically together, you will get pregnant. I've been doing it for years. No medications. You ain't got to pay me $20,000, $50,000. See, that's the world's way. God
Yeah,
already created you to be able to carry life, and I'm going to show you how to get pregnant. It's a beautiful thing.
there is. There's just so much power in your belief system. So,
Yes, ma'am.
again, thank you.